Good morning, everyone. Turtle here. I just wanted to talk about one small thing that a lot of people mention. I hear in chat from time to time is people often say that they struggle collecting shards for their golden heroes, and we all know it's a grind. It's not a secret. We all know that it takes a while. But how many shards can you get, as an average player? So I'm not saying pay to win. I'm not saying someone who spends. I'm just saying actual average player that just plays actively. How many shards do you think you can get, per day, per week? Let's do some math. Let's do some math. Let's do some digging around. I was actually thinking about this, and I could have missed a few things, but from what I'm remembering and getting, you can get 2 per day from city building. You can get 2 per day from VS. Your chest number 6 has a shard, and your chest number 7 has a shard. That makes 4. You can get shards from your own trucks. You can get shards from raiding trucks. So let's say your own trucks should give you at least 2 shards, so that's 6. And you have 4 trucks. If you send out all 4 of them with at least 1 shard, there's a high chance they will return with that 1 shard, because more often than not, people simply don't bother looting a single shard truck. It will always be at least 2. That's almost everyone does that. So that's 6. You plundering trucks that have at least 2 or more shards, that makes it 8. And finally, you have this here fella. That makes it 10. If you have VIP 12, or it makes for 11 if you have VIP 10 or 11. So 9 to 10. Let's even it out and say 10. So 10 shards per day just from being active. 10 shards per day. Oh, and I also forgot to mention these guys. So sometimes you will get these rescue officer that also give one shard. So very conservatively, let's say 10 shards per day just from these activities. More aggressively, if you really pay attention to your trucks, and if you really spend a lot of time in game looking for good trucks to loot, and if you reroll your secret tasks to get the shards, or alternatively you just get lucky, you could even go well beyond 15. That's how it is. So, but let's assume 10 per day. That means, on average, 10 per day, that would make it, let's say, 68 per week, because on Sunday you don't have VS, so you can count those 2 off. But in reality, it should be 70 per week. Then, if you consider this here shop, this will give you 10 shards for 3k gems. That's 80. This one I'm not sure if it gives 5 or 10. I honestly don't quite remember anymore. And this one also has a few shards. So let's say this one gives 5, this one gives 5. So that will be about 90 shards per week. So you get your about 70 from activities, you get your 10 from the VIP store, and you get your, I think it's 10, 2 times 5, you get from campaign store, and you get from alliance store. So 90 shards, maybe even more, depending on your VIP level, depending on your luck, depending on which trucks you loot, depending on how lucky you are with sending your own trucks. You can basically get about, rough estimate, absolutely rough conservative estimate, is between the 80-90 I mentioned let's meet in the middle here and let's say 85, although it should be higher than that, but never mind. So 85 at the minimum, and over 100 at like normal / lucky, because this does not include tactical supply boxes, this does not include mystery boxes, this does not include no drops. Basically, this is just what you can get every single week, every single day, every single week, just by being here. Like, you don't even have to be here a lot. Like, you can do your secret tasks and you can come back in 1 or 2 hours, because I'll usually do yellow or purple. So that's, you send them off in the morning, you return after 1 hour if you have purples, you return after 2 hours if you have golds, and you return after 3 or 4 hours, I think it's 4, for the one that has the little star. There's that. Every 4 hours you should be here for the arms race, but like when it comes to arms race, your drone boost will be 6 points just by doing 2 minute rallies. You don't really need to spend a lot of gems on that to buy stamina, or if you have stamina in your inventory, there you go. Your unit progression should be at least 3 medals, if not 6, like depending on the level of troops, but you can easily unlock chest 1 and 2. So that's 9 medals. Your hero advancement, that is easy 6 points, so we're up to 15, because like you just burn some hero EXP, it's not that difficult. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people already have, like, they have places to spend their hero EXP on. Like, this doesn't go to those players who already are max level 150 and have nothing better to do. They don't need this tutorial, not really. And then the last you can just get from either your city building or your tech research. It really doesn't matter a lot, because you can scrounge those few extra points. I think you're left over with 3, and like you can either do some speed ups on troop training, which makes it then 3 times 6 for the total of 18. You can either do some tech, you can do some construction, like mostly it's speed ups. I wouldn't bother opening up buildings. I usually like to save them for VSD, unless it's a building I really need to open at that point, because it could contribute. And overall, like, you, like, just through, you know, regular gameplay and just being here every between, you know, 2 hours to 4 hours, depending on your schedule, you can actually get a lot of shards, like 100 shards a week. Like those, actually, let's say 85 shards a week. 85 shards a week is pretty good. That's almost an entire level. That's almost an entire pedal on a 4-star hero. So consider that. Like, it's 85 out of 100. If you have someone that's tier 3 and you're working up to tier 4, that's 60 shards you need, and you get 85. So just by being active, like, just by being active, you will get the shards that you need. And when I see individuals who, like, don't even have, at this point, don't even have, you know, some basic heroes at a reasonable level, and they've been playing for months, like, what have you been doing? That is the question. Like, it's not that difficult, you know. It's not that, like, if you just sit down, pay attention, do some math, and realize you don't really need that much time and effort to get those shards. Like, it doesn't cost you, like, the most time consuming part of all of that is looking for good trucks to raid and doing drone boost, because you have to call a lot of rallies to burn that stamina to get that last chest. That's it. Like, it's, I don't know, maybe in total, maybe I would spend about 30 minutes daily on those two, plus about 5 minutes each time you need to log in and check. Like, it's, you make a schedule, you stick to it, If you want to play more than that, if you want to hang out with people, by all means. But in reality, you don't have to. Like, you really don't have to. It's just, I think a lot of people just don't think or are aware of how many shards you can collect, or are just, not really paying attention to the daily tasks that they should be doing. Actually, I'm not even sure. Maybe this does this also give a shard, or is it just a deco chest? Oh, that's just a deco chest. Okay, I like that. That would have been even better, but it is what it is. So in reality, just do these couple things, and again, each week you can buy up the stores, and like in reality it's not that expensive. You really should have the gems and the tokens required to buy those shards. That's why I included them in my calculations, because if you don't have enough alliance tokens every week for buying yourself a shield and buying yourself some of the essentials from the alliance store, then you're in the wrong alliance, basically. Find yourself a more active one. If you don't have enough tokens from these alert tower missions, do lower difficulty missions and gather these tokens. Basically, like, I'm at the point where each week I can empty up most of the store and then just buy whatever I need. Like, is it hero exp, is it drone data, is it speed ups, or resources? Like, that's it. Fairly soonish enough, once I grow a little bit more, I will most likely get to the point where you can absolutely clean out almost the entire store. Besides, I don't think I'll ever buy these or these, honestly. And you will have leftover tokens. So, actively playing and leveling up your heroes and participating in these daily and weekly events can get you a lot of shards, which in turn level up your heroes, which in turn make you stronger, which in turn allow you to compete on higher levels. That's the key here. Like, if you are not being active enough, so to speak, especially as a free-to-play player, I have seen this happen. Like, if you are free-to-play, and like genuinely free-to-play, you need to be more aware of what events give rewards, what those rewards are, and you need to plan around those so you can achieve good results. Like, pay-to-win players, if they need shards, they can buy shards, honestly. If they're a small paying person, then they can just buy speed ups or buy resources or something to score better in arms or whatever. But absolutely pure 100%, I have a Kimberly in my base. I have two Kimberlys in my base. The ones that didn't buy the initial pack. Like, if you haven't spent a dime, you really need to plan. Like, you need to be aware of what you should be doing each day, and you should most definitely find yourself a very active alliance to, get in there, get those alliance chests, contribute in VS. It's not really that difficult to contribute in VS. Honestly, you should be getting at least 3.6 million per day. You can get 7.2 if you plan well. So just by being here, just by playing here, just by being active and playing smart, you can fairly decently keep up with some members who aren't paying attention to these things but use money. Now, you will never truly be ahead from big spenders, or even worse, if a person is a big spender and they are aware of how this game works, what to do, what to level up, and where to go, then that's a problem, and you'll never catch up to that. Because you're you learn things and you want to even the playing field, and then they come around and already know all of this, so there's no evening the playing field here. But that, just a short rant. Like, don't let it discourage you. Like, if you enjoy the game, by all means play it. If you have money to spend and you want to spend, by all means spend it. And like, entirely up to you. But don't be lazy, and don't be forgetful, and remember, some of the most basic things you can do each day will add up over time and will give you good rewards, just if you do things the right way, so to speak. So that's about it for me. Turtle out. I hope you have a lovely day.